Shit. And I didn't hit the live button. My bad. All right, let's go. Right. All right, yo, we're gonna get into this. We're gonna get into Lord's Life because after this part, All right, hold on, y'all. Right. Okay, the 12 Laws of Money is by I believe Napoleon Hill. Y'all. Hold on. Now, I do want to touch on something. I'm all right. So we know that Florence is big about words, telling you how to say things. how to connect with your money, things like that. Um, we are going to go into this one right here because this is the title. It's the 12 Laws of Money. I started it that way so you all can get a little bit more of what we just came from. So we're like 15 minutes into the show. Let's go. I don't know. Okay. Right. So this is why I like Florence because she gets into a very deeper understanding of the spiritual aspect of money and understanding what money is. I mean, you gotta give it to Apple. He sold everybody a dream. And a certain kind of personality gets Apple Max and iPhone. Like that, that it is. Leverage is a good one. You know the thing about this, okay, this is why I get what they're doing here, but at the same time I want to tell y'all that you have to be very careful what you caught up with this kind of stuff because it's not really does. So I'm not saying to disregard any of these laws. It's just we're gonna take the laws of money. This is 32. Okay, now I'm gonna tell y'all what it is about stuff like this that it kind of irritates me. Not irritates me, it kind of gets to me, and I'm gonna tell you why. We're gonna start from the beginning. It's a 7-minute video, so I knew it was already a short video. But let's listen to the very first law that it tells you. And I'm going to teach you what I'm talking about. That. Now to make it sound louder. Why does downplay it so low? Down tempo is low. See how low that is? That's kind of good though. All right, let's look at this. The first thing it tells you is the law of value. Now here is where you're going to get tossed up. If you don't have these spiritual principles intact, if you don't have the understanding of, honestly, the order of this is the way that I showed you all. Okay, naming your money, building a relationship with your money, getting to know your money, right? That's where it first starts. Then understanding the laws of money, because you have to first get in a relationship and understand your money to then understand how to follow the laws of money. Then once you get that intact, from just Francis, let's keep calling her Francis, Florence, from just Florence, you're gonna, if you get into this right here, you're not going to, you're not going to be able to really follow this properly, if all the way, if even believe in this shit, because what you have to be careful about, excuse me, what I would really, really, really make it very clear to be careful about is do your own studies. People are going to project their own insecurities, their own self-doubt. These are human beings. Let's not forget that. Into it when they get involved. This is why we're going to tap back into the 48 laws of money, because I kept having this energy of fear around it, and I'm going to dig into why I was feeling that way. That's why I was in the background falling asleep. That's why I turned it off, because that energy was hitting me too hard. So I had to we're going to tap into why. But the law of value. Now let's hear what they have to say from the law of value, from all that we learned over here. Yes, they say that all the time, that it solves problems. What the fuck does that even mean? Because a lot of people have problems because of the people they work for. Let's call it what it is. I'm not trying to be negative, but I'm just trying to get you to understand how to pay attention to this shit. Because I've heard this all before. Okay. Consumerism. Okay. It was consumerism. That's what the hell Amazon is. But if you sitting here, you learning the laws of money, and you hear this, how you gonna really know what's going on? You feel me? Like, how you? I want you to just pay attention, okay? Because we're gonna jump off this. How are you going to increase your value if you don't increase your worth, and you don't increase you have to, okay, excuse me, let me do this again. Let's take what we all learned from here and apply it here. The way the value is increased is by your value and your how you value your money. See, you have to first value your money, which Francis says the first law is your word. Now remember, people are going to utilize what they can utilize. The poverty mindset is going to tell you enough for what benefits them, but what they can use to get to grab you. Okay? Remember, we was reading the 12 Laws of Human Nature. We need to go back to that book as well. Okay. So we see where it's going here. We don't have to. So now we're going to go ahead and tap into the 48 Laws of Money. We're going to figure out why the fuck this book has so much fear and anxiety around it. Because I was like, what is going on? About Victor O'Call? Is this the one we was listening to? Yes, it was, because they had Napoleon ass on the cover. All right, hold on, y'all. We're gonna go and we're gonna start with the very first one. We've only got 17 minutes into this book. That's a lot of time to a book. It would have been nice if it was separated. First thing first, we're gonna check out the comment section. Okay. Somebody put thank you. It got how many views? 398 views. Okay, let's check out this channel for a little bit. Let's see what else they got going on here. The universe created for your reason. Don't get lost. Okay. Marriage is a gamble. Someone hates you. Signs that someone close to you secretly hates you. Okay, that's a good one. Synchronicity is influencing people attracting bad people. Why are we here? Right. Okay, let's go back to the 48 Laws of Money. Let's just kind of let's just kind of fill it out a little bit more from the first law. Hold on, y'all. Never depend on a single income. That's the first law. Let's go. Right. Right. Okay. Number two, master the art of financial discipline. Okay, first one was don't depend on one income. All right, hold on. Yeah, today is that day. Today is one of them days for me. Yeah, it is. It's one of them days for me, bro. I swear. Master the art of financial discipline. I had someone call me about investing into Airbnbs. The problem I had with it is I didn't like the energy I felt from them. I felt they were pushing too hard on me. They was adding too much pressure without saying a word. And I never picked up again. Eventually they didn't call me back. Um, because it's like, I don't know who you are. Who are you guys exactly? I know I saw a commercial, but anybody can pay enough to get a commercial. It doesn't, you know, I did something about it, just didn't all make sense. And I noticed something else too, like scammers are sloppy. Okay. I want y'all all to know the scammers are always very sloppy. Because most people who, at least if they're trying to get you to do something, they have you they introduce it to you a certain type of way. I won't say that. But I mean, I can't stop a scammer for trying to scam somebody, but it's just a certain way that things are done, and this is why you have to educate yourself financially. There's too many people. There was a time where people have got ripped off for real estate. People have got ripped off because they didn't know how property went and property value and real estate and money and what it is to own land. They didn't do their own research. I remember one time my cousin, uh, she was talking about how she wanted to own the property that her grandmother had, and so she had called one family member, and another family member was jumping in and being negative and extra and shit like that. And I was just like, I wanted to tell her, look, baby girl, get off the phone, do your own research on it, go up there and do it yourself. Don't ask nobody for money. Just do it yourself. Right. And so I didn't, because I was getting my hair done and shit. But I had to come to realize that, uh, you know, yes, be very careful with risky investments. Just do your own research on how to do it. That's all I'm trying to tell you to do. Avoid the trap of debt. Law 4. Let me put the word again. 4. I hope you all are writing this down. Donald Trump's father let him borrow $1 million. And a lot of people bitch about it. A lot of people, a lot of ignorant motherfuckers be yelling about that. And I'm like, well, that's a good thing. He flipped the money. He turned that 1 million into billions. It was he flipped the money. Yes. Yes. Exactly. Yeah. Ooh, control your expenses. Don't let them control you. Law 5. Let's type that in. I want you to also journal. I want y'all to also journal. I mean, there's actually a book, The 48 Laws of Money, on Audible. But I want y'all also to journal. Um, um, your, you know, as you write this law down, how are you applying this law, and are you doing the reversal of this law? Because he's going into the judgment as well, and he's telling you more. You have to see whatever you're going to school for, that's an investment into yourself. Whatever certification course you're taking, that's an investment into yourself. When you're paying, honestly, I'll be honest with you, paying your rent and paying your bills, that's an investment into yourself as well, because that's where you live. That's where you have to that's where you have to do your living. That's where you have to do your business. So you have to invest into that state. You see what I'm saying? You have to look at it like that. Build a network of wealth builders. This one, put a star next to it. Okay, put a star next to this one. I'm gonna star this one. Law 6. Be honest with yourself. Who is the network of people that you have around you? You have to count your coworkers, like even who you engage with energetically at work and shit like that, and what they got going on. But outside of that work situation, who are the network of people that you build with? Look at them honestly, write their name down and look at them honestly, and be honest on that paper what you have to say. Look around you, put a circle around with your name, and put a circle around your name, and then build the bubble chart of who is the network of people around you, and start examining that closely. Who are the network of people around you online as well? Build the bubble chart around that. What is the network of opportunities that you have, and how much of this opportunity of network have you taken? Right? I think this one is like, this is key. Yes. Yes. We talk about this tremendously, tremendously. And I want you to understand that you are investing into yourself when you're learning about this, when you're learning about money, when you learn about wealth frequency, when you learn about money frequency, when you learn about what it is and the keys to what wealthy people do, the 7 laws of money, all of these different things relate. That's all investing into you creating a new identity from the creator's code. I want you to know that as well. But really listen to this chapter on what it really means to invest into yourself. Yes. Right. Don't spread yourself too thin. Yes. What the most value? For me, the most value is I'm a writer. So I have to investing into anything that improves my writing skills. Okay. Oh shit. Is that you? I just paused it actually. I'll refresh. I don't argue with people who tell me they don't have no sound. Hold on. Because I have been playing it straight. Because I noticed when I play it straight, I'll be like, ain't no sound. Hold on. Alright, so we at the law of investing into yourself for anybody that's new here. And no. Shit, I clicked on something, y'all. Hold on.
5.
Alright, hold on, y'all. Invest in yourself. Alright, we're gonna go ahead and jump into the share screen. Alright. Now y'all should be able to
Avoid
hear.
chasing quick, risky returns. 3. Focus on building relationships. Long-term relationships with clients, mentors, and business partners can lead to sustained.
Oh shit, it took me all the way to 10, y'all.
Sleep and stress management techniques are all vital. Reversal of the law. While self-investment is critical, don't overextend yourself. Avoid spreading your focus too thin by trying to learn everything at once. Prioritize areas that will provide the most value to your specific goals.
For whatever your goal alignment is. Like I was saying, the one thing with me is anything with writing. This is screenwriting, how to screenwrite for the industry level, but still be in my own voice. Doing what other creators and writers have done, like all of that stuff. Yeah. So, but mainly focusing on what holds value. So even though I'm in school for screenwriting, I still go the extra mile to pay for a course on someone who is a screenwriter in the industry, who have years teaching key things that industry requirements when it comes to screenwriting. So it also the business of screenwriting as well, sign contracts and what you get into. Even though I'm learning it in school, I still learn it. I still have knowledge of what they're talking about, if not more. So trust me, it's a beautiful thing to invest into yourself to that level. Now, this is me though. Some people would just go to school and just keep it that way and just, focus on what the school is teaching. Me, I'm going to go the extra mile that what the school is not teaching, that someone who's in the industry can teach me.
Law 8. Take calculated risks. Judgment. Wealth creation often requires taking risks, but those risks must be calculated. Successful individuals don't gamble. They make informed decisions, weigh potential outcomes, and manage risks to minimize losses while maximizing gains.
Yes.
Observance of the law. Entrepreneurs like Jeff Bezos and Richard Branson took significant risks when they started their companies.
It was right here. I'm going to tell you why there's a fear around this book. First of all, there's a lot of truth in this book. That's why. But the reason why is there are people out there that do not like this kind of stuff. Okay, they feel like people are trying to say money is their god or something like that. But no, money is your bitch. Money's your bitch. Money's here to serve you, right? So they don't like the idea of people talking about money as if it's this entity to be respected. You got to understand, there are people who are very, very jealous of people who have wealth. So it's not the physical money. It's the other parts of yourself that has wealth that people do not like.
These risks were calculated and informed. They understood the potential downsides and had strategies in place to mitigate them. On the other hand, those who take reckless risks without planning often face financial ruin. Why risk matters. Risk is an inherent part of wealth building. Without stepping outside of your comfort zone, opportunities to grow will remain out of reach. However, understanding and managing risk ensures that you can take advantage of growth opportunities while protecting yourself from unnecessary losses. How to implement this law? 1. Research and plan. Thoroughly research opportunities before making any decisions. Understand the potential risks and rewards involved. 2. Start small. Test the waters by starting with small, low-risk investments or ventures before committing larger sums of money. 3. Have an exit strategy. Always have a plan for how to exit or minimize your losses if an investment or business venture doesn't go as planned. Reversal of the law. Taking risks is essential, but don't be reckless. Avoid jumping into opportunities just because they seem promising. Always ensure you have a solid understanding and a contingency plan before moving forward. Law 9. Create value. Don't just seek money. Judgment. Focus on creating value for others, and the money will follow. Wealth is a byproduct of solving problems and providing solutions that...
All right, y'all. Create value. Don't just seek money. I like that. Remember I told you this goes back to what I said. I said I'm not judging anybody. I'm just telling you what I have analyzed. And what I have analyzed is you have these people who they sell you a good one on YouTube. But when you go into the background to pay for their services, it's like it's lazy. I'm like, it's like, okay, you talked about this already? I could go back to YouTube and listen again. But there's some people who I see where they have memberships and they have certain topics that they do inside of their memberships. And I go, okay, I can see from the topic, it's like, okay, but it feels like they're lazy. When you get behind the scenes with people, it feels lazy. Okay, let me make this. They're not creating value. So it goes back to what I said. When I get ready to go back there into the temple and have personal things for y'all to listen to and take with y'all from here and everything I've learned and teaching you and whatever, it's going to have value. I'm not going to be saying, hold on, and I'm going to have a phone call in the background. It's not going to be me being interrupted by anything. Not me just shutting shit off like I do at night and say thank you for watching across the screen. Sometimes I do, sometimes it won't be like that. It will be something that you can take and something that you can utilize. It'll be something that when you get the information, you can move with it. See, that's the key. That's the laws of movement. You can take whatever I put down, pick it up, and take action with whatever I give you. Because a lot of these people are just seeking money, and it's becoming so obvious. Because I was like, okay, so I joined this group, and you just commenting all day. Okay. Okay, you're just the one running the show all day. Okay, so it's just all about you over here. Okay. And I'm not knocking it. No. I'm not knocking it. But the energy I get from it is kind of like, This is why I kind of always, I side-eye certain content. And I'm starting to realize why I'm getting this way. I really am. I'm really starting to side eye a lot of people's content. And I'm also recognizing too, like, I'm like, I know I'm not bugging for what I see. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know what I'm saying. Let's go.
People need. When you focus on delivering value, you build a reputation, trust, and financial success.
Right.
Observance of the law.
That's what I was saying. We're going to get into Steve Jobs and Mark Zuckerberg. Everybody talks about them. Too many people just want to talk shit in the background. They just be like, well, this is what I really want to say that I can't say on YouTube. I don't really have, to me, that's childish as fuck. Okay, it's just childish as fuck. And it's telling me a lot about your personality and what reason did I come back here for. I thought you had something more to give. I came back here because I thought you were going to add more to what you were talking about. I thought you were going to, get into further examples and have something a little more organized. Maybe have it more where I can know. So whenever you are doing anything, make sure you create value. So when somebody gets anything from you, it's worth the listen. It's worth the buy. It's worth it. Okay?
Entrepreneurs like Steve Jobs and Mark Zuckerberg didn't set out to make money. They focused on creating revolutionary products that added value to people's lives. By solving major problems or enhancing experiences, they naturally attracted wealth as a result. Why creating value matters. When you create something that improves others' lives, whether through a product, service, or innovation, people are willing to pay for it. This value-driven mindset sets you apart from others who are merely chasing money without considering how they can make a positive impact. How to implement this law. 1. Identify problems to solve. Look for challenges in your industry or community that you can address with your skills, products, or services. 2. Offer solutions. Develop your offering with a focus on how it improves the lives of your customers or clients. Ensure that your product or service provides real value. 3. Build trust. Consistently deliver value, and your reputation will grow. Word of mouth and referrals will follow, expanding your opportunities for income. Reversal of the.
Let me tell you something before he tap into the reversal of the law. It is pivotal, people. I want y'all to hear me. That now in these times, especially being in the wealth frequency, hear me out very closely. Build a brand of trustworthiness in your life. Okay? Build a brand of trustworthiness in your life. I sat here and I thought about how the job wanted to bring up my attendance, right? And I was dedicated. I even had hustling days where I was like no days off. And any day I had off, it was reasonable or because they sent me home. They didn't have no work for me, they sent me home. And I'm like, how is somebody going to complain about my attendance when y'all are the reason for my attendance being the way that it is, right? And so that opened me up a little bit, like, okay, because that's what they were saying. It was just like, how the fuck she said the same thing, you know what I'm saying? And so So she's like, how the fuck are you going to, right? So what am I saying here? This is why, take this as a lesson. You don't have one stream of income. You hear me? This is why you do not have one stream of income. All right? This is why you make sure you keep multiple monies flowing your way. Okay? Okay? Because here's the thing with me. Y'all already know what other work I do. Okay? Y'all already know what other work I do. And from the work that I do, y'all know that I also how do I say it? I have chose not to do that work and get paid for it because people are fucking draining. Right? I was like, people are just fucking draining. You know what I'm saying? They can be annoying. Right? And so I had to start realizing something from that. Don't worry, we're going to get back into the book. This is going to be a long show because it's 48 laws of money. And I had to learn that, okay, wait a minute. I can't blame the people for being draining. I have to blame, first of all, I can't blame nobody but myself, right? But I have to I have to look at myself in this. And I have to look at how do I value myself? Okay? And so with how do I value myself, I had to see that it's how I'm charging, right? See how it goes? It's how I'm charging for my services. I have to elevate my prices. And I have to elevate back to the services that I do and how I provide those services to somebody. Correct? So it ain't the person, it ain't them, it ain't people are draining. Yes, if I go into a poverty ass way of charging, then that is that. And if I go into talking to people too damn long for what I'm charging, then that is that, right? So I can't get mad at nobody about that. Okay? All right? So you have to add value. People are listen, you can't trick people when it comes to if you're doing it for the money. Okay? You can't trick people. People are going to catch on that you are doing it just for the money. Don't ever in your mind think. Okay? Don't ever in your mind think that anybody cannot pick up that you are doing it for the money. Okay? I just want you to know that. I just saw a post that just threw me off. But go ahead. This is the reversal of the law. Let's go.
The law. While focusing on value is key, don't undervalue your worth. Know your worth and ensure that you're compensated fairly for the value you create. Law 10. Think long-term, not short-term. Judgment. Wealth is built over time, not overnight. Those who focus on short-term gains often miss out on long-term opportunities. Building lasting wealth requires patience, discipline, and a long-term vision. Observance of the law. Warren Buffett is known for his long-term investment strategy. He looks at companies with strong fundamentals that will grow steadily over decades, rather than seeking quick returns. Similarly, successful entrepreneurs like Jeff Bezos focused on building Amazon for long-term growth rather than short-term profits. Why long-term thinking matters. Short-term thinking can lead to impulsive decisions, like selling investments too early or jumping from one opportunity to the next. By focusing on long-term goals, you allow your investments, businesses, and relationships to mature and provide greater returns over time. How to implement this law. 1. Set long-term goals. Define where you want to be financially in 5, 10, or 20 years, and align your actions with those goals. 2. Be patient with investments. Focus on investments that may take time to pay off, but offer substantial long-term growth. Avoid chasing quick, risky returns. 3. Focus on building relationships. Long-term relationships with clients, mentors, and business partners can lead to sustainable opportunities and success. Reversal of the law.
Okay, damn, I didn't realize that was law 10. Think long term, not short term. Oh, I have some stories about this right here. Okay. I want to tell you this. I want to go back to this why create value, don't just seek money. I have a situation like this. I want you to understand about the importance of this law right here. If you don't see value in the customers that you have, and you just see them as your money, that is going to fall the fuck apart. Awfully. Just want to tell you that. Yeah, that shit gonna fall apart awfully. Because it's not something that you can hide, even if you think you can. Now, number 10 says, think long term, not short term. What this is saying is, you know that 5-year business plan thing that people do? Just work what you can in the now. I have an investment into Bitcoin, and day by day I put my investment in, and eventually I said, I'm about to go somewhere else and invest. Bitcoin was like me dipping my toe into investing, right? And so why I learned about investment was because I was like, okay, Bitcoin is a beginning. I see it go up, it go down. Okay, I can start taking a little bit bigger steps now into this investing shit, right? Then what happened is I started to doing. Oh, thank you, love. I love being in school for screenwriting. I'm not gonna hold you. I love it. It's awesome. I love taking courses in screenwriting too. I fucking love it. It's like, damn, how didn't I know that I love screenwriting like this? Okay, so think long term, not short term. Law 10. Because we still here. We about to hit law 11 in a minute. Whatever you invest into, whatever good depth that you put yourself into, okay, which will be your calculated risk, right? which means you'll understand good debt. Whatever good debt that you put yourself into from taking calculated risk, right? You will know what the long-term effect is going to be for that. Remember, rich people rich people invest into things that gets them money, that has value. When I ate that turkey wrap yesterday and ate the vanilla cup, right, with the vanilla wafers in it, that had value to me because it was turkey, it was no onions, it was no cheese in it. It was a nice it was a healthy wrap too. It was I forgot what kind of wrap it was, but it was definitely a healthy wrap. It was a very healthy meal to eat. And it was turkey. Turkey is a very light meal, especially if you don't pound it down with other stuff on top of it, right? So everything has value. You get a new car. What is the value of getting a new car? You buy a new apartment. What's that? All of these different things what rich people do. But the long-term, short-term goal is, if investing into this can be an investment that can last me a lifetime. You see what I'm saying? This investment, this stock that I invest to, this business that I invest into, right? This company, this percentage, this investing into going to school, it's going to last me a lifetime moving forward. You see what I'm saying? You have to, that's how you have to think. This is how I even think with even the job I have. I'm like, yeah, it's my divine supply. What is my true long-term goal? What is the place of practice that I need to be in? Yes, this is good divine supply, but my practice needs to be in writing, editing, right? My practice needs to be there. Even if I do readings for people, I can write, right? I can write their readings out for them and make sure the grammar's proper, make sure I organize it my own kind of way. Shit, I can even make it so good and personally to, like, you understand? I'm not trying to put my idea out there, but these are things that I can do because it still gives me a chance to still what? I still get to write. See how it still all plays out for something. So you still are in alignment and you're still in the frequency of what it is that you're doing, whatever it is that you're out there doing. So I mean, I enjoy this stuff. Like I said, I figured out why this book had such a fucking fearful energy over it. It's because there are people who really do not like this. They don't like that people are talking to their money. They don't like that people are taking their money serious. I know it sounds strange. I know it does, but I'm just the messenger. They don't like that people are getting serious about money and that people are actually giving money respect. They don't like that people are valuing themselves. I need you to understand what's going on in this world. They don't like it. Because you know why? Because I feel that they feel they're going to be left behind. A lot of people are very afraid of that, y'all. A lot of people are afraid of being left behind because people, it's honestly, it's so fucking funny. It's actually already happening. Anyone notice that? People are just not dealing with certain people and they're just leaving them. And people are very fearful of people elevating themselves to this capacity. So I need you to put that in your notes too. Okay? Put that inside of a square. Put that and highlight a color around it. And so you can make note of that. You don't like it. Because if you value yourself, if you respect your money, and because that means you're going to respect yourself, that means that their low lifeness, you're going to walk past them. You're going to just be like, when they try to they manipulative shit in public with you, you're just going to pull down your shades and look them up and down and be like, and you won't respond. You won't even, and you might respond and say you don't qualify to speak to me. I'm telling you, they are very afraid of that. That's the energy, y'all. I know that sounds warped as fuck, but this is the world of human beings.
While long-term thinking is crucial, don't ignore short-term needs and opportunities. Balance your approach by ensuring you meet immediate financial goals while working toward bigger, long-term objectives. Law 11. Leverage your time. Don't work for it. Judgment. Time is your most valuable resource, and the wealthy understand how to leverage it. Instead of exchanging time for money, focus on creating systems, automating tasks, and using others' time to work for you. Observance of the law. Successful individuals like Elon Musk and Richard Branson prioritize automation and delegation. Musk, for example, builds systems and employs talented people to help his companies run efficiently, allowing him to focus on strategic growth. Instead of doing everything himself, he leverages the abilities of others to create more opportunities. Why leverage matters. Leverage enables you to scale your wealth and business without being limited by the hours in the day.
And we're going to get into the second law by Florence of circulation, right? Because when you build this business, meaning you build the value for something, you are now paying someone, because you built something, you're now paying someone to operate in whatever, personal assistant, management, social media management, whatever position you put them in. Now you've given them money, because now you've stretched out your money and it's circulating for your business to keep circulating. Do you understand what I'm saying? I know I'm using the word circulating because that's the best vision I can give you. Circulating. Circumnavigating, right? Around and around. We're all making movements. You're getting the money. Here's the business is moving. Now you're moving because you're moving the business. Now you're moving this and I'm moving you by giving you money, and then we're moving. That's what that's about. Okay? Now, let's go.
Whether it's through hiring employees, investing in passive income, or using technology, leveraging time is key to creating sustainable wealth.
Do you know what he means by using technology? He's talking about AI. Even using AI, whether it's pre-posting. There's a whole AI program to be your personal. I need to fucking log that in right now. A whole AI system that can be your whole personal your whole personal AI little computer robot thingies that you can invest into for the whole fucking year for your business. Don't let people in this world try to make you feel some type of way for what you are doing. Don't make them feel no type of way. Don't make them feel like you're less of anything because you're using AI. You know how to leverage your time. And therefore you are leveraging your time. Okay, let's get back to it.
How to implement this law. 1. Delegate tasks. Identify tasks that can be handled by others. Focus on the activities that only you can do. 2. Automate processes. Invest in tools, software, or systems that automate repetitive tasks and free up your time for higher value activities. 3. Outsource. Use freelancers or contractors to handle non-essential tasks, allowing you to focus on growing your wealth. Reversal of the law. While leveraging time is important, ensure that you maintain control over the essential Master the art of patience. Judgment. Wealth doesn't appear overnight. The most successful individuals understand that financial growth takes time, and they have the patience to wait for their investments, businesses, and strategies to mature. Observance of the law. Consider the story of Warren Buffett, who famously said, "The stock market is a device for transferring money from the impatient to the patient." His long-term investments in companies like Coca-Cola and American Express took years to yield substantial returns.
I want y'all to star Law 12. I can't stress this enough for you all. You have to have patience. Okay? You have to utilize your time as much as you can utilize your time. Do you hear me? But you must have patience with yourself. When I tell you that it will get done to the best capacity that it will get done, trust me when I tell you it will get done. It will shock you. I had a situation where I said, when I looked at my money and I looked at my bills and I said, okay, there's something that's got to give here. You get what I'm saying? I said that. I said, there's something that has to give here. And what did I mean by something that had to give? I was like, it's time to start taking these bills down. And so I was like, I'll be patient with myself to sit down and start learning how I can take all of these bills down. And maybe even call the company and find out, can you tell me why this bill is doing what and what's doing what? Call them and actually speak to somebody in the company that can tell me exactly what's going on so that I can be aware. So even things that you want to make changes for is going to take time. There is, like, even if you come into all that money, whatever moment, you still need to take your time with spreading it out and saving it. And forgive yourself. Don't even go back into when you had this and what I used to have. No. It's about what you have now. You didn't have direction. Just tell yourself, I didn't have proper money direction. And I did not value my money properly in that time. But now I have the proper money direction. And now I value my money the way that it should be valued in this time. Because I don't want you to go back. Stop going back. We are in the now. Okay? So master the art of patience. If you need to learn how to have patience, type that in. I'm sure a book will show up on YouTube for you.
Patience is key to enduring market fluctuations and waiting for opportunities to unfold. Why patience matters. Many people give up too soon, selling investments at the first sign of trouble or abandoning their business ideas when they don't see quick results.
Yes.
True wealth is built over time by staying the course, even when immediate rewards aren't apparent. How to implement this law? 1. Think long-term. Avoid the temptation of quick fixes or get-rich-quick schemes. Focus on building lasting wealth with consistent long-term strategies. 2. Allow investments to grow. Resist the urge to sell investments prematurely. Let your assets appreciate over time, especially those that provide compounding returns. 3. Stay committed to your goals. Keep your eyes on the bigger picture and don't get discouraged by short-term setbacks or slower progress. Reversal of the law. While patience is crucial, know when to take action. Sometimes opportunities require quick decisions and prompt action. Balance patience with the ability to act when the right moment arrives. Focus on the process, not Judgment. While goals are important, focusing solely on the outcome can lead to frustration and impatience. True success comes from mastering the process, the daily habits, the steps, and the effort put in consistently. Enjoy the journey rather than obsessing over the destination. Observance of the law. Success stories like Jeff Bezos' rise with Amazon emphasize the importance of focusing on building a solid foundation rather than expecting immediate results. Bezos focused on creating a reliable process for running Amazon, improving customer service, refining the logistics, and developing a vast network long before Amazon became a global giant. Why the process matters. When you focus on the process, you're able to adapt and improve continuously. This shift in mindset reduces stress and keeps you moving forward even when results seem slow. In the long term, mastering the process leads to compound success. How to implement this law. 1. Create.
Okay, my bad. I kind of zoned out. I done got into something else. This one seems to be very important. Okay. Okay, we got Lord 17, Lord 13. Is it what? Master the process? Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and hide the chat for a minute. Okay. Because I'm putting it across the screen. So, all right. I just do that so I won't miss any of you in the chat room. Because I'm gonna apologize in advance. I really don't be in the chat room. I really don't. You know what I'm saying? So I do that so I can make sure I'm not ignoring any of you, or you don't feel ignored by me. Okay? Just want to let you all know that. All right, let's go.
When the right moment arrives. Law 13. Focus on the process, not just the outcome. Judgment. While goals are important, focusing solely on the outcome can lead to frustration and impatience.
Focus on the process, not just the outcome. I have to talk to you guys about that. Let me make sure I take this in for you first. Okay. Listen to me. Focus on the work, not the prize. This is another way of saying focus on the work, not the prize. Hang that up on your wall, okay? But focus on the process, not the outcome. Okay? It is a process to go to school to become a dentist. It is a process to own a media company. It is a process to work up in your career job, to be taken seriously and be a part of the company if you're in a temp agency. It is a process to be a music artist. It's a process to play an instrument. It can just be one instrument. Okay, listen to me. Don't ever, okay, focus on, if you keep, okay, the purpose of what you're understanding in this wealth frequency, everybody, is that you are putting the energy, the faith, the pertinacity, all of that into what you are doing. You are aligning up. You're aligning. You are building a relationship with your money. And you or your money are going on a trip, on a rocket ship, right? And I'm being serious when I say this, right? All of this with your money, it's going to be a process. And that process may come with a whole lot of tears. And you know what the tears is going to be? The tears is going to probably be, why didn't I love myself more sooner? Because that's what it is. And you say, why didn't I do this sooner? No. Why didn't I love myself more sooner? Why didn't I let go? So if I would have let this go, I would have discovered this, Don't go down that goddamn path. If you cry, just go ahead and cry. Let those emotions move you into the space that you need to move into. I'm going to tell you what happened. My ride car broke down. Not my car being in the shop, but now my ride car is in the shop. But it was already in my face that it was coming. Because you know why? I keep moving myself out that space. I keep saying, yo, I'm ready to shake and move. I'm ready to go another direction. I'm ready. And then this happened today, and I knew exactly I felt it in my spirit. I knew exactly what happened. And I said to Bay, I said, this means such and such is coming for me. And she said, yep. She agreed with me that it was coming for me. Okay? Okay, but we will go into this to see how it flows. Okay, 1 second. Okay. All right, hold on, y'all. Okay.
True success comes from mastering the process, daily habits, the steps, and the effort put in consistently. Enjoy the journey rather than obsessing over the destination. Observance of the law. Success stories like Jeff Bezos' rise with Amazon emphasize the importance of focusing on building a solid foundation rather than expecting immediate results. Bezos focused on creating a reliable process for running Amazon, improving customer service, refining the logistics, and developing a vast network long before Amazon became a global giant. Why the process matters. When you focus on the process, you're able to adapt and improve continuously. This shift in mindset reduces stress and keeps you moving forward even when results seem slow.
Yep.
In the long term, mastering the process leads to compound success.
I tell y'all this all the time, okay? I tell y'all this all the time, and I mean this from the heart of my heart when I say this to all of you. None of you are late bloomers who listen to me. Okay? None of you who listen to me, none of you who are here are late bloomers. Okay? None of you who are here are people who are not doing already what you are doing right now. You just needed someone like me or people like me to give you a little bit more inside of what you are doing. Okay? You needed somebody to just be like, here's a book, here's a video, here's my life experience, here's what I learned, here's what I've been through, here's what I gave up on, here's why. You just needed that to give you another push, to make you pick up what you started and put down, or make you get back up again. That's who all of y'all are that listen to me. And I mean that from my heart. And because of that, you just keep going. You are already in the process. You are already there. I'm just a vessel. Okay? I'm just a lowly vessel of the gods. Okay? One of my favorite quotes. And so therefore, you're utilizing me to give you that push. That's it.
How to implement this law. 1. Create systems. Build efficient systems that allow you to work consistently toward your goals. Focus on actions that contribute to long-term results. 2. Improve daily habits. Invest in small, consistent habits that add up over time.
I have daily, consistent habits and routines. Today turned out to be what it turned out to be, but my day is going to start late. And I'm okay with that. The day is just going to start a little later. And so whatever rest I need to have, I'm going to have. I don't fault myself for that. I don't call myself lazy. I don't call myself nothing. As long as the day gets planned out properly, as long as the day gets put, the day gets set, I don't worry about it.
Your daily routine should be aligned with your financial goals. 3. Embrace learning. Don't just focus on results. Appreciate the lessons and growth you experience along the way. Reversal of the law. While focusing on the process is important, don't ignore the bigger picture. Keep your end goal in mind to ensure that your daily actions are aligned with your long-term vision. Law 14. Avoid comparing yourself to others. Judgment.
Yeah. Oh wow, I did not expect that law. I did not expect that. Hold on, let me digest that one a little bit. I did not expect that one to come up. Okay.
Comparing your financial journey to someone else's is a surefire way to feel inadequate and distracted. Each person's path to wealth is unique, and focusing on your own progress will keep you motivated and grounded. Observance of the law. Many wealthy individuals like Oprah Winfrey and Elon Musk have shared that their success came not by comparing themselves to others, but by focusing on their own goals and personal growth. They ignored external pressures and stayed true to their vision, even when it seemed different from the norm. Why comparison is harmful. Constantly comparing yourself to others can lead to frustration and poor decision-making. It might cause you to chase trends or opportunities that aren't in alignment with your own values and goals. Everyone's journey is different, and focusing on your own progress keeps you grounded in what truly matters to you. How to implement this law. 1. Track your own progress. Focus on your personal goals and milestones. Celebrate your small victories along the way. 2. Avoid social media traps. Social media often presents a distorted view of success. Remind yourself that what you see online is often curated and doesn't reflect the full reality. 3. Create your own metrics of success. Define success in your own terms. Don't let others dictate what success should look like for you. Reversal of the law. While it's important to avoid constant comparison, it's still valuable to learn from others. Seek out mentors or peers who inspire you, but use their success as motivation, not as a measure of your worth.
Yes.
Law 15.
Yes.
Take action. Don't wait for perfection.
Yes. Go back. Let's go back a little bit. I have been telling y'all with the success studies. You are watching your success studies to learn from them. When I told you to take the timeline, right? The timeline was basically about one thing. And the timeline was about, hey, look, what choices did they make? So what choices did you make? And ironically, I found that the time that Elena had won that award was the same time in my life when I really got serious about my novel writing. And that was around the same, this is my young 30s, when I knew I was very into film and stuff too. And I was learning how to write my novel in the way of writing a screen, for a film. And I didn't pick up then, I didn't listen, when the woman was like, the screenwriter was like, hey, why don't you turn it into a film? Because she would have worked with me. That's the thing, but what I have wanted to work with her is the situation. But the thing is, you see how it all lined up. So I was well on my way. It's just that, I just saw how consistently she kept going, because Even around the same time she had relationship issues, I had relationship issues. You know what I'm saying? So it was just motivation to say, damn, you persevered through that shit. You know what I'm saying? You persevered through that shit. Like, I don't know what you did in the background. You probably felt this is worse as I did, and this is humiliated, embarrassed, or whatever the case may be on your side. I just was tired. I was just tired and annoyed, you know?
Avoid constant comparison. It's still valuable to learn from others. Seek out mentors or peers who inspire you, but use their success as motivation, not as a measure of your worth. Law 15. Take action. Don't wait for perfection.
Okay, hold on. Let's
Define success in your own terms. Don't let others dictate what success should look like for you. Reversal of the law. While it's important to avoid constant comparison, it's still valuable to learn from others. Seek out mentors or peers who inspire you, but use their success as motivation, not as a measure of your worth.
Not as a measure of your worth. Your success stories is about your motivation, about your elevation, right? Not as a measure of what you're worth. I never looked at Lena as a measure of what I was. Even though the wealth lady said you should be in competition, and indeed you should be in competition, I was like, I can't be in competition with Lena. I can't be in competition with Shonda. Those are my mentors. You know, those are my mentors. And I remember Imam Issa was like, you need to be in competition with everybody in your circle. And I was just like, that's a little crazy, but okay.
Law 15. Take action. Don't wait for perfection.
Action don't wait.
Waiting for the perfect moment or the perfect plan will only delay your success.
Hold on,
The
y'all.
key to building wealth is taking.
Okay. Law 15, take action, don't wait for perfection. You know what? I should invite this person to listen to my show. Hold on. Let me find them. Where they at? Okay. All right, let's go. I don't know why my thing do that. All right, let me make sure. Let me go ahead. Now, I want y'all to pay attention to something real close, real quick. Look how it all builds up. I love how it builds up when we get into these laws. Law 12, master the art of patience. Law 13, focus on the process, not just the outcome. Law 14, avoid comparing yourself to others. That's what I want. Law 15, take action, don't wait for perfection. Okay? I put 2 feet. That's spelled wrong, but it's okay. Just slash out one of the feet. Okay. How beautiful is this, y'all? Real quick, let's just recap. All right. You have to first master the art of patience, because with patience comes having patience with the process, right? Because the process is going to take time. can't look at your age. You can't look at none of that. This people that started their business at this age, 40, 80 years old, 50 years old. Shit. Some people started it young, okay? And it, it's not about that. You have to keep going. Then as you're going through the process, don't compare yourself to others. Other people you see at ahead of you. Remember, I told you, I got people who are at the Met Gala. I got people who are on TV. I got people who got their own studios. I can go on who you understand? Been doing what they've been doing just as long as me and in the same time as me. I can't compare myself to those people. I have to keep going. Let's go. Then it says right here for law 15, take actions, don't wait for perfection. Because you got to remember, I can admit I was not. We can go back to up to the top laws. Okay? What was that law about the wealth? Hold on. Make sure y'all write this down. Okay. Control, build a network of wealth. Law 6. Law 6. Law 6 is the one that I fucked up on. Okay.
Consistent action, even if your strategy isn't flawless. Action creates momentum, and momentum leads to results. Observance of the law. Many successful individuals like Mark Zuckerberg didn't wait until everything was perfect to launch Facebook. They took action and adapted along the way. By starting with an imperfect product and iterating over time, they built something great. Perfectionism often leads to inaction, while taking impact.
I feel like over time, I've been getting a little more organized with this show. I've been getting a little bit more organized. Even the days when I tell y'all I'm sleeping and I let y'all listen to audiobooks and whatever, and I play the rain and I have the rain going and shit and the music in the background. This has been getting a lot more organized through time. I have watched people tarot reading shows. I seen one woman, her shit done stepped all the way up. I said, okay, bitch. She done did her hair better. She done dressed better now. She ready for TV, okay? She raised herself all the way up from what I remember 5-6 years ago with her. Not even just 2 years ago with that lady. Okay? So I'm just saying.
Perfect action leads to progress. Why action is key. Taking action, even if it's small, moves you forward. The more you act, the more you learn and adjust, creating better opportunities and refining your approach. Waiting for the ideal situation often leads to missed chances. How to implement this law. 1. Start small. Begin with manageable tasks.
She started asking people like, how do I put it? She started being like, if she can do better and what she can do. And I'm just like, I didn't say nothing. Though I have my constructive criticism, I didn't say nothing. I'm just letting her just do it her way and let her learn as she does it. You know what I'm saying? She's like, I know some of you got more experience than me and this, that. No, just keep doing it your way and you'll learn along the way.
Projects that allow you to gain experience and learn quickly. 2. Focus on progress, not perfection. Set goals that prioritize moving forward over doing things perfectly.
Right.
3. Learn from mistakes. Use mistakes as learning experiences to adjust and improve your approach. Reversal of the law. While action is crucial, it's also important to take informed, strategic steps. Avoid acting impulsively without proper planning, but don't let the pursuit of perfection hold you back from moving forward. journey to wealth is without obstacles. The key is not to avoid setbacks, but to be prepared for them. Learn how to handle adversity, stay resilient, and bounce back stronger from challenges. Observance of the law. Consider Steve Jobs, who was famously ousted from Apple, the very company he founded. Instead of giving up, he went on to create Next and Pixar, eventually returning to Apple and leading it to unprecedented success. Setbacks didn't break him. They strengthened his resolve. Why setbacks matter? Setbacks are inevitable, but they are also opportunities for growth. They teach valuable lessons and provide insights that you can use to refine your strategies. Those who overcome adversity often find themselves in a better position for long-term success. How to implement this law? 1. Expect challenges. Understand that obstacles are a natural part of the wealth-building process. Prepare mentally for setbacks and treat them as part of the journey. 2. Stay resilient. When faced with difficulties, stay focused on your long-term vision. Learn from the experience, adjust your approach, and move forward. 3. Surround yourself with support. Lean on mentors, peers, or family during tough times. Having a strong support system helps you stay motivated and resilient. Reversal of the law. While setbacks are important learning experiences, avoid becoming complacent with failure. Learn from challenges, but don't let them future or Law 17. Use your ego as a driving force, not a hindrance. Judgment. Ego can be a powerful motivator if used correctly. It can drive you to succeed, push boundaries, and overcome challenges. However, unchecked ego can lead to arrogance, poor decisions, and missed opportunities. Learn to harness your ego in a way that serves your growth. Observance of the law. Successful people like Richard Branson used their ego to fuel their ambition and confidence, but they remain open to learning and listening to others. Branson's willingness to learn from others and admit when he's wrong has been essential to his success. A strong, positive ego allows you to take bold risks and lead with confidence without letting it cloud your judgment. Why ego matters. A healthy ego drives you to believe in yourself and your ability to succeed. It pushes you to go after what you want and stand firm in your decisions. However, when ego turns into arrogance, it can cause poor judgment and alienate others who may have valuable insights or advice. How to implement this law? 1. Use ego to drive confidence. Use your belief in your abilities to take risks and push forward, especially when faced with doubt. 2. Stay humble. Recognize when your ego is getting in the way. Stay open to feedback and understand that you don't know everything. 3. Balance ego with wisdom. Let your ego encourage your ambition.
What makes people look more dumb in this world are people who are know-it-alls. People who are know-it-alls are the worst people. Okay? I mean, and y'all know what I'm talking about. Actually, okay. What I have come to and experienced with know-it-all people is that they're the ones who are very condescending in conversations with you because they're dumb. Okay. The lady was telling me that, well, if you go to the such and such store, they're cheaper. What I was purchasing, right? And I was like, it's not that much cheaper. It's about 50 cents cheaper. Like it's like I said, because it's still, even if you get 3 of them, it's still going to be like for something. $1 more than how much you're asking for. You get 3 of them, you're gonna be paying for something. You get 4 of them, you're gonna be paying 5, something like that. Because I watched, I'm monitoring my money, and her reaction was like, "Oh, okay, but bitch, you just told me that it's cheaper. So if I get into a conversation to say, well, not really that much because this is what I purchase often, why would you respond like that? Yeah, that's the type of shit. I noticed that know-it-alls tend to do that shit.
But temper it with self-awareness and the wisdom to make informed decisions. Reversal of the law. An overinflated ego can cloud your judgment and isolate you from learning opportunities. Always check yourself and ensure that your ego doesn't become a barrier to collaboration or growth. Law 18. Take advantage of opportunities. Judgment. Opportunities often come unexpectedly, and those who succeed are those who are ready to seize them. Wealth is built by capitalizing on opportunities as they arise, even if they seem risky at first. Observance of the law. Bill Gates took a bold leap when he dropped out of Harvard to start Microsoft, seizing the opportunity to develop software for the personal computer market. Jeff Bezos saw the rise of the internet and turned it into an opportunity to build Amazon. Both took calculated risks and acted quickly to take advantage of the opportunities before them. Why opportunity matters. Opportunities don't wait around forever, and those who are prepared will capitalize on them while others hesitate. Being ready to take action when the time is right can lead to immense wealth and success. How to implement this law. 1. Stay informed. Keep an eye on market trends, technological advancements, and emerging industries that could present new opportunities. 2.
When you are in the wealth frequency, don't worry, I'm going to rewind this one back for you. When you are in the wealth frequency, you cannot get caught up with people saying AI taking all our jobs, right? You cannot get caught up with them, the marketplace, this, that, and the third. You go dig in there and you go and you search. Do y'all know that we're supposed to have I don't even want to say. If you don't know, I don't want to tell you. There's money out there that we're supposed to be having out here as Americans. I would just put it like that. And the thing is, you have to not get caught up with that. If you're moving smart out here and you're doing the proper research, you will get your answers.
Being ready to take action when the time is right can lead to immense wealth and success. How to implement this law.
All right, listen up.
1. Stay informed. Keep an eye on market trends, technological advancements, and emerging industries that could present new opportunities.
Yes, emerging industries.
2. Be willing to act quickly. When you spot an opportunity,
yes,
move swiftly. Delay can lead to missed chances.
Yes.
3. Take calculated risks. Evaluate the risks before diving in, but don't let fear prevent you from seizing the opportunity. Reversal of the law. While it's important to take advantage of opportunities, be cautious about jumping into every opportunity that comes your way.
Yes.
Not all opportunities are right for you, so make sure they align with your long-term goals.
Real estate shit, yeah, be careful.
Law 19. Build and protect your reputation. Judgment. Your reputation is a critical asset. How others perceive you can directly affect your ability to build wealth. A strong reputation opens doors, while a tarnished one can close them. Protect it at all costs.
There's a lot of motherfucking people in poverty world who have horrible reputations, but people still give them money. They have been to jail for doing scamming and horrible shit, and they come back out of jail. There's one recently that has, and they still going back doing the same shit again in a different kind of way.
observance of the law. Warren Buffett is known for saying, "It takes 20 years to build a reputation and 5 minutes to ruin it." His reputation for integrity and honesty has earned him trust from investors and partners, allowing him to grow his wealth over decades. Similarly, Oprah Winfrey has built an empire based on her reputation for trustworthiness and authenticity. Why reputation matters. A positive reputation builds trust, and trust is a cornerstone of wealth building. People are more likely to invest in you, buy from you, and work with you if they believe in your character and capabilities. It also helps you attract opportunities and valuable connections. How to implement this law. 1. Be honest and transparent. Always act with integrity in both personal and business dealings. 2. Deliver on your promises. Build trust by following through on commitments and consistently meeting expectations. 3. Protect your reputation. Avoid situations or people that could damage your reputation, and address any issues that arise promptly. Reversal of the law. While protecting your reputation is vital, don't become overly concerned with what others think. Ensure that your reputation is built on authenticity and not the need for approval. Law 20. Never stop evolving. Judgment. The world is constantly changing, and so should you. Those who remain static or resist change will be left behind. Wealth is built by those who continuously evolve, learning new skills, adapting to new technologies, and staying ahead of the curve. Observance of the law. Elon Musk's ability to adapt and evolve, from starting PayPal to leading Tesla and SpaceX, demonstrates the power of continuous reinvention.
Elon Musk started.
Similarly, Apple's success under Steve Jobs was due to his ability to evolve the company's vision, products, and strategies over time, staying relevant in an ever-changing market. Why evolution matters. Those who refuse to change risk becoming obsolete. Evolving allows you to capture new opportunities, stay competitive, and ensure your wealth-building strategies are aligned with the present and future market realities. How to implement this law. 1. Commit to lifelong learning. Continuously acquire new knowledge and skills through books, courses, and networking. 2. Embrace technological advancements. Stay updated on new technologies that can improve your business and financial strategies. 3.
Always stay up to technology. Poor people hate technology. Write that down on your side of your side notes, because I'm not putting notes inside of these comments the way I'm presenting today. Poor people hate technology. Okay. Poverty hates technology because their mindset can't go past what they know for the work world and the work field and stuff like that. If they say there's more people working like this, then that's what's going on. Keep up to date with everything. I just recently saw the new headphones, the Google joints that's like circle that goes right inside your ear. I mean, they're just like, they're dope. You know what I'm saying? No wires, nothing. And I'm like, oh shit, that's fire. I wonder how it sounds in your ear, to have it that inside your ear like that. And so they have that. And I see the type of phones that they have too, like the Google Pixel phones and the investments and how much that could cost and shit like that. So I look at that too. I look at those type of things that I may have to invest into as well for my business, for myself, to advance myself. So yeah, but you have to work small. Excuse me. You have to work small. You have to work with what you can work with until you can get to where you have to get to at that level. You see what I'm saying? But that comes with practice. That comes with studying. But never stop evolving is also yourself. Keep expanding your vocabulary. Keep getting your grammar correctly. Study. Keep taking those certification courses take those free money classes. Oh shit, I think I have one today.
Adapt your strategies. Regularly assess and update your financial and business strategies to align with market shifts and evolving trends. Reversal of law. While evolution is necessary, don't get caught up in constant change without focus. Ensure that your evolution aligns with your long-term goals and doesn't lead to distractions or inconsistency. Law 21. Master negotiation. Judgment. Negotiation is a key skill for creating wealth. Whether in business deals, salary discussions, or partnerships, those who master negotiation can unlock better opportunities and secure favorable terms that enhance their financial growth. Observance of the law. Oprah Winfrey's rise to becoming a media mogul wasn't just due to her charisma. It was her ability to negotiate deals that gave her control over her content and future. Similarly, Mark Cuban built his fortune by negotiating smart investments, often securing ownership stakes in businesses for favorable terms. Why negotiation matters. Effective negotiators can maximize value in every transaction. Whether it's reducing costs, increasing revenue, or securing long-term gains, mastering negotiation allows you to create win-win situations that benefit your wealth-building strategy. How to implement this law. 1. Understand the other party's needs. Successful negotiation is about creating value for both sides. Understand what the other party wants and find ways to meet those needs while protecting your own interests. 2. Prepare thoroughly. Never enter a negotiation unprepared. Know the facts, understand your position, and have a clear idea of what you want to achieve. 3. Stay.
Master negotiation. Oof. Put a star next to this. There is a negotiator. Let me make sure I spelled that. I think I spelled that right. There's a negotiator. Negotiation. Yes, spell how it sounds. Okay. Not that E. Why is that E at the end? I did not put that E at the end of that. Okay, that's a B. Master negotiation. This is something I gotta work on myself. Negotiate. I think I'm pretty good at speaking up for myself and negotiating some shit, but I think I gotta get better. Well, one time my middle one was talking, and his cancer uncle was like, "Oh, you always negotiating some shit." He's like, "You always negotiating some shit." He is. That's the money child. That's Taurus.
Be calm and confident. Keep emotions in check and remain confident in your position. Good negotiators don't rush. They know when to push and when to hold back. Reversal of the law. While negotiation is important, don't negotiate for the sake of it. Sometimes, walking away from a deal is the best decision, especially if the terms aren't aligned with your long-term goals. Law 22. Learn to let go of losing ventures. Judgment. Clinging to investments or business ventures that aren't working can drain your resources and time. The key to this is knowing when to cut your losses and move on to better opportunities. Observance of the law. Many successful individuals, including Warren Buffett, are known for their ability to let go of losing. Buffett has sold off companies and investments that no longer fit his long.
We see this all the time. The guy with Def Jam that passed it to Jay-Z. We have a lot of people who end up let go. You know, that's a part of the game. I think that's the part of the game that you eventually have to let go of some ventures that's just not going to work for you. You know what I'm saying? If you know for sure it's not going to work for you, or maybe at the time it's not going to work for you. You know what I'm saying?
Long-term vision, preserving his capital for more promising opportunities. Entrepreneurs like Richard Branson have also shut down businesses that didn't perform as expected, instead of sinking more money into them. Why letting go matters. Holding on to failing ventures out of emotional attachment or pride can hinder your financial progress. Letting go frees up your resources, whether time, money, or energy, to focus on ventures that have a higher potential for success. How to implement this law? 1. Evaluate regularly. Assess the performance of your investments and businesses frequently. If something isn't providing a return or aligning with your goals, consider moving on. 2. Don't let ego guide you. Avoid staying involved in a venture out of pride or fear of failure. Accepting that something isn't working is a sign of wisdom, not defeat. 3. Reinvest resources. Wisely. Once you cut your losses, reinvest your time, money, and energy into more promising opportunities. Reversal of the law. While letting go of failing ventures is crucial, don't be hasty. Assess whether the venture has potential for recovery before walking away. Sometimes patience and adjustments can lead to unexpected success. Law 23.
Let's
Build
go.
a legacy, not just wealth.
Build a legacy.
Judgment. Wealth is powerful, but legacy is eternal. Focus not only on accumulating wealth, but also on creating a lasting impact that benefits future generations and leaves a positive mark on society. Observance of the law. Many wealthy individuals, such as Bill and Melinda Gates, have focused on building legacies that go beyond money. Their philanthropic efforts with the Gates Foundation.
Do you see how deep this wealth frequency goes in your life? Yes, I know that I sat here and let me go ahead for those of you who may just be listening and watching. And Law 21 was master negotiation. Law 22 is learn to let go of losing ventures. Law 23 is build a legacy, not just wealth. I'm just going to go ahead and probably put you guys on the screen. There we go. It's nothing but the laws here. And then, it's not. Okay, here we go. And then it went to 18. Oh, remember, it goes up. It goes from the bottom up, so that's good. So now it's from Law 18 to Law 23. You can write that down. And Law learn to let go of losing ventures, that's Law 22, and Law 23 is build a legacy, not just wealth. Listen about Law 23. Okay. When you're on this path of wealth, on this chosen path of wealth, you are always going to do something beyond what you were doing. And I can see it even with this show and this film that I'm a part of, right? I do look long term. I do. I'm like, I'm building my show. This person has built their show, and now they're now they're doing what they're doing with their show, and I'm a part of this. And I'm doing what I'm doing, and I'm going to get to know the people that they have, and this is going to be a part of me, and all this and that. Like, all that's the big long term. But then there's other bigger long term things that I do think about. I think about, what kind of foundation will I build? I do think about these things. I'm not going to hold you. I do. Like, what kind of foundation do I think is important to build out here? Who would I help in this foundation? Like Shonda Rhimes, she has for Black women directors, she has a whole program for them. Lena Waithe has the whole Hillman grad that has a whole mentorship program for them. And then I have to think about what kind of mentorship program would I want to have that I think is very important. And more than likely, it'll be something dealing with film and screen or anything that I'm doing right now, mainly in the category LGBTQ people. You know what I'm saying? Maybe just focus there, or you know what I'm saying? to build something for us, or maybe just for Black women. See what I'm saying? To build something for us. So I just think that yeah, I do think that big. I don't know if you do, but I do think that big.
Aim to improve healthcare and education worldwide, which secures their legacy of social impact. Similarly, Warren Buffett has pledged to donate a majority of his wealth to charity, ensuring that his wealth continues to serve others long after his lifetime. Why legacy matters. A legacy provides meaning to your wealth. It transforms money into something that can change lives, build communities, and create opportunities. Legacy also creates a sense of fulfillment, knowing that your efforts have helped others and contributed to long-term progress. How to implement this law? 1. Engage in philanthropy. Consider allocating a portion of your wealth to charitable causes that resonate with you, whether through donations, grants, or community work. 2. Focus on education. Building educational institutions or programs can help pass on knowledge and skills to future generations, multiplying your impact. 3. Create sustainable businesses. Start businesses or investments that promote long-term growth and provide jobs or opportunities for others. Reversal of the law. While building a legacy is important, don't neglect your immediate financial needs. It's crucial to find a balance between creating wealth for your own future and building something that benefits others in the long term. Law 24. Be willing to innovate. Judgment. Innovation is at the heart of wealth creation. The ability to think outside the box, create new solutions, and disrupt existing markets often leads to the greatest financial success. Don't be afraid to challenge the status quo. Observance of the law. Elon Musk's success with Tesla and SpaceX is a prime example of innovation driving wealth. Musk revolutionized industries by focusing on sustainable energy and space exploration, areas many considered impractical or too risky.
Everybody can see that Elon Musk is a bit unhinged, emotionally unhinged, right? And the things that Elon Musk do, as we all work this wealth frequency, we have to look beyond past that shit. Elon Musk has built a lot. He has done a lot. This man has, I did not know he did PayPal. I did not know that. I thought somebody else did. I don't remember Elon Musk's name being mentioned. But what I do know is he created Twitter. And then he has the SpaceX, which is fantastic, I think. He has Doge. He built his own coin, a Bitcoin system. He kept going, and he's still going. He's still going. And so, as in the wealth frequency, you have to be willing to innovate yourself. I'm gonna tell y'all something. I learned how to use ChatGPT more advanced. I learned how to make my own GPT, y'all. Literally learned how to make my own GPT. I have practiced making one in the background. And I was kind of shocked, like, oh shit, it actually worked. I just have to do a little bit more research in order to build it up properly. I can make a GPT about my entire show, about my whole world of my show. I can make a GPT that is created just for myself as the showrunner of this show, from the characters, from their backstories, from what they look like. Yeah, all of that shit. And then when I go into, like, I'm telling you, you do have to be willing to innovate. And I've noticed that those of us that have that wealth frequency mindset, we're always innovating. We're always creating some shit. We're always like, I could do it this way. I could do this. I could do that. And when that's how we do it.
Jobs also innovated with Apple, transforming personal technology with the iPhone, iPad, and other groundbreaking products. Why innovation matters. Innovating allows you to create something unique that addresses unfulfilled needs or desires in the market. By offering new solutions or improving existing ones, you create competitive advantages that can lead to long-term wealth. How to implement this law? 1. Stay curious. Continuously seek new knowledge, technologies, and ideas that can lead innovations in your field. 2. Think differently. Don't be afraid to question conventional wisdom. Look for ways to do things more efficiently, effectively, or creatively. 3. Experiment and fail. Fast. Innovation often involves trial and error. Don't be afraid to take risks, and be prepared to pivot or adjust your approach based on feedback and results. Reversal of the law. While innovation is essential, not every idea will succeed. Focus your energy on high-potential innovations that align with your vision and long-term goals, rather than spreading yourself too thin with too many projects. Law 25. Leverage the power of compounding. Judgment. Compounding is one of the most powerful forces in wealth creation. Small, consistent efforts and investments grow exponentially over time. By leveraging the power of compounding, you can build substantial wealth without having to work harder. Observance of the law. Warren Buffett often speaks about the power of compounding in investing. His strategy is built on investing in solid companies and letting his investments grow over time, allowing compound interest to work its magic. Similarly, Albert Einstein is famously quoted as calling compound interest the eighth wonder of the world. Why compounding matters. Compounding amplifies your wealth. When you reinvest the profits from your investments, those profits start to generate their own profits, creating a snowball effect. Over time, even small initial investments can grow into significant sums. How to implement this law? 1. Start early. The earlier you begin investing, the more time your money has to compound. The power of compounding grows exponentially with time. 2. Reinvest earnings. Instead of cashing out your profits, reinvest them to accelerate your growth. 3. Be consistent. Make regular contributions to your investments, even if they're small. Consistency is key to unlocking the full potential of compounding. Reversal of the law. While compounding is powerful, it requires patience. Don't expect immediate returns. Stick to your plan and let time and consistency work for you. Law 26. Master your emotions. Judgment. Emotions can be a powerful ally when used wisely, but when uncontrolled, they can lead to poor decisions and financial setbacks. Mastering your emotions allows you to think clearly, make better decisions, and remain calm in high-pressure situations. Observance of the law. Warren Buffett often advises to be fearful when others are greedy, and greedy when others are fearful. His ability to remain calm during market volatility has allowed him to capitalize on opportunities while others panic. Similarly, successful entrepreneurs like Jeff Bezos stay level-headed, focusing on long-term goals rather than reacting emotionally to short-term setbacks. Why emotional control matters. When emotions drive your decisions, you're more likely to make impulsive choices that don't align with your financial goals. Emotional control allows you to think strategically, whether you're handling investment opportunities, business negotiations, or personal financial choices. How to implement this law? 1. Recognize emotional triggers. Identify situations that trigger strong emotions, whether fear, greed, or stress, and develop strategies to stay calm and focused. 2. Practice mindfulness. Techniques like meditation or mindfulness can help you stay present and reduce emotional reactivity. 3. Take a step back. When faced with a high-stakes decision, take a break to cool down before making a choice. This pause can help you make a more rational decision. Reversal of the law. While emotional control is vital, some level of passion and excitement can drive your ambitions and creativity. Use your emotions to fuel motivation and inspiration, but don't let them cloud your judgment. Law 27. Master the art of timing. Judgment. Timing is everything in wealth building. Whether it's investing, launching a business, or seizing opportunities, knowing when to act or when to wait is crucial. The right timing can significantly amplify your success, while poor timing can lead to missed opportunities or losses. Observance of the law. Many successful investors like George Soros have earned substantial wealth by mastering the timing of market movements. Soros famously made $1 billion in a single day by correctly predicting the devaluation of the British pound. Entrepreneurs like Jeff Bezos also capitalized on the timing of the internet boom, launching Amazon at just the right moment.
He did.
Why timing matters. The world is constantly changing, and opportunities are often fleeting. Being able to recognize when conditions are favorable and acting quickly can lead to significant financial gains. However, waiting for perfect timing can lead to inaction or missed windows of opportunity. How to implement this law? 1. Do your research. The better informed you are, the more likely you are to recognize the right timing. Stay updated
We'll be doing a lot of this too. When we learn about AI and technology and this advance, we'll learn about it in a way where we learn about it. You know what I'm saying? We learn about it in a way to be more in tune with what is happening in this world. How are people really working out here? What is really going on? What is the way that people are really living? How are people really out here making money? All of these 25 ways to get passive income and all this type of stuff. Is this stuff really working? Should we just go ahead and read this stuff and apply this to our lives? And I think that we should. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. Because I noticed that it's two things. Either you hear about this technology and stuff, but you get people who are fear-mongering. I don't use that word very often, but I'm going to have to say, stop using AI. The titles are, I get it, the title, but I can sense that there are people who really are against technology and technological advancements. Like, there's some real scary people out here, bro. And some people who they're not with the advancement of life.
market trends, emerging industries, and changes in consumer behavior. 2. Trust your instincts. Sometimes successful timing requires taking a calculated leap of faith. Trust your judgment when you feel the time is right. 3. Learn to wait. Not every moment is the right moment to act.
Right.
Be patient and wait for the right opportunities rather than forcing action. Reversal of the law. While timing is crucial, don't wait indefinitely for the perfect moment. Sometimes taking action, even if imperfect, can be more valuable than missing an opportunity due to overanalysis. Law 28. Focus on what you can control. Judgment. Focusing on what you can control, rather than worrying about external factors, is key to wealth creation. Wealthy individuals concentrate on distracted by things outside their influence. Observance of the law. Oprah Winfrey built her empire by focusing on what she could control.
Yes.
Her hard work, her media empire, and her ability to connect with others. Instead of focusing on external barriers, she found ways to overcome them. Similarly, Elon Musk focuses on solving major technological problems, constantly working on what he can influence like electric cars and space exploration. Why focus matters. When you focus on what you can control, you become more proactive and effective. Worrying about things outside your control, like market crashes, other people's actions, or political situations, can drain your energy and prevent you from making the best decisions for your financial growth. How to implement this law. 1. Identify what you can control. Focus on the actions, decisions, and strategies you can influence directly, such as your work ethic, investments, and relationships. 2. Let go of what you can't control. Instead of stressing about external factors, accept that they are outside your control and focus on adapting to them. 3. Take ownership of your decisions. Always own your actions, mistakes, and successes. Accountability for your decisions is essential to financial growth. Reversal of the law. While focusing on what you can control is essential, don't ignore external factors completely. Stay aware of the environment and adapt when necessary, but always come back to the aspects that you can influence. Law 29. Embrace strategic sacrifices. Judgment. Wealth building requires sacrifices, whether it's time, comfort, or short-term pleasures. Successful individuals understand that to achieve their financial goals, they must sometimes give up certain things to gain much more in the long run. Observance of the law. Warren Buffett famously lives a relatively modest lifestyle despite being one of the richest people in the world. His sacrifices include not indulging in lavish spending, which allows him to invest more and continue growing his wealth. Similarly, Elon Musk sacrificed comfort by reinvesting his wealth into his companies instead of enjoying the fruits of his labor. Why?
Uh-oh, what happened? Hold on, y'all.
Comfort by reinvesting his wealth into his companies instead of enjoying the fruits of his labor. Why?
Okay, I guess I have to read because it froze. Sacrifices are necessary because they help you stay focused on long-term success. Every dollar spent on unnecessary luxuries is a dollar that could So you see, sacrifices are the stepping stone toward financial freedom. How to implement this law? Don't know why it's not without. Prioritize long-term goals. Make sure your daily actions align with. Avoid distractions that distract from bigger vision. 2. Reinvest your earnings instead of spending all your income. Reinvest a portion of it in assets or ventures that will grow your wealth over time. Live below your means. Maintain a frugal lifestyle, especially in the early stages of wealth building journey, so that you can save and invest. Basically, do what you can to pull them bills down. Reversal of the law. While sacrifices are important, don't sacrifice everything for the sake of. Find a balance between working hard for finance success. Develop a strong work ethic. Okay, Law 30. The sound just went out on us, y'all. That's not me. Hold on, y'all. Where'd the sound go? Oh, wow. What happened? I, I don't think refreshing is going to make the sound come back. Did you want to just browse on through it? Let's go. Hold on. Law 31, think beyond money. We can go ahead and just I'm going to have to read. I was not planning on reading. Okay. Well, we made it to 30 laws. We didn't make it to 48. It says think beyond money. We'll get back to this one. Let's get the laws written down. Hold on. Be adaptable, law 32. Don't worry, we'll come back to this. Cultivate a strong personal brand. The sound still is not working. I don't know what happened. We just get one. Cultivate a strong personal brand. I can't get 34. Did they skip 34? Let's see. Hold on, y'all. Let's kind of push it back. Hold on, y'all. Don't know. I get to 34. 35. Stay focused on your vision. I think they skipped it. They fucked up. Okay. I am totally confused, guys. It happens. It's YouTube. I don't expect the best. But as long as you guys can still hear me, I'm going to keep on talking while that loads up. I don't know. Let's keep it going. Stay focused on your vision. I did not expect that, but on YouTube. Law 36 is be relentless in pursuing your goals. Wow. Hold on, y'all. I have to. No, I don't. No, I don't. All right. Be relentless in pursuing your goals. Hold on, y'all. I'm going to take this down, by the way. We are past 2 hours anyway, so we about to start this show over. Right? So we're just going to go ahead and finish it out because this is a long show. Okay. See, I told you, man. People don't like this shit. People don't like this shit. Law 37, they got that in all red. Learn from the best. It said Buffett, for example, learned from his mentor Benjamin Graham. Okay, this is in red. Okay. Similarly, Richard Branson attributed his business success to learning from others in the industry and applying what he's learned to his, while learning from the best matters. By studying those who have already achieved wealth, you avoid pitfalls they encountered and adopt proven strategies that lead to success. Modeling the right behavior helps you build wealth faster and with fewer mistakes. How to implement this law. 1. Find mentors, seek out mentors who have achieved what you want to accomplish. We were already at Law 37. We were already at Law 37 together. All right? That's beautiful. Doesn't it feel good to look at this and be like, damn, I was doing that. Like, you know, you could check off out of all the 48 laws, technically 47, because they skipped 34. Out of all these laws that you can check off this stuff. Isn't it beautiful? Shows you that you were well on your way. Learn from the experience and ask for guidance. 2. Study successfully, read biography books and interviews of pay attention to their strategies, habits, and mindsets. Apply what you learn. Don't just learn from the best. Implement their strategies into your own life and business to accelerate your progress. Reversal of the law. While learning from others is invaluable, don't mimic them exactly. I knew we were going to say that. Customize their strategy to fit your unique goals and circumstances. Avoid copying without adapting to your own strengths and visions. Don't destiny swap. Focus on higher impact activities. Oh, you want to go? That one was in red. That's why I read that one. Okay. Law 38. Focus on high impact activities. Okay. Wow. I never thought about that. 39. Maintain a healthy work-life balance. Some people say it don't exist, but just try to do that. Law 40, be willing to pivot. Oh boy. Law 40 is in red, y'all. Okay, let's go. All right. Let's go. Law 40. I told you people putting negative energy out on that shit, man. Pivot. All right, it's in red. Judgment. Flexibility and adaptability are crucial in wealth building. Sometimes the path you initially set out on won't lead to the being willing to pivot and adjust your strategy based on new information or changing circumstances is key to sustaining and observance of the law. But Reed Hastings, co-founder of Netflix, started when recognizing the potential of streaming, he pivoted the business model and transformed Netflix into a global streaming giant. Yes, he did. Okay. The shift allowed Netflix to stay relevant and profitable, even as that's everybody's goal. Why pivoting matters. The world markets and industry are constantly evolving. If you continue down a path without adjusting to new opportunities, or a successful pivot allows you to realign your strategy and capitalize. How to implement this law. 1. Stay open-minded. Be willing to change your approach when new opportunities arise and when your current path is delivering. This is for people who own restaurants. Monitor the market. Keep an eye on trends, customer behavior. Remember, customer behaviors. Adapt your strategy when necessary to meet evolving demands. Don't fear change. Embrace change as a natural part of growth. Moving in a new direction can open up new possibilities and bring reversal of the law. While being willing to pivot is crucial, don't change directions too often. Consistency and focus are important, so pivot only when there is a build systems, not just goals. We know about this. I don't have to read that. We done heard about this one too many times. Build systems, not just goals. Law 41. Law 42, be transparent and honest. Okay. Hold on. Just so you know, the sound went out. That's why I'm reading it to y'all. The sound went out because I told you a lot of people don't like this. They don't like people talking about money. They don't like people talking about raising their vibration. They don't fucking like it. They don't like people elevating their lives. Okay, let's go. Be transparent and honest. Learn to delegate. Let's get to Elon Musk. Despite being involved in multiple ventures, because I saw Elon Musk's name, that's why I'm gonna look at it. Keep on high level strategy and vision while allowing talented. Similarly, Richard Branson credits much of his success to delegating. Is that the exemplary tasks of capable teams, giving them the autonomy to make decisions and innovate. Why delegation matters. By delegating, you free up your time to focus on strategic decisions. It also allows others to develop their skills, making your team stronger and more capable. Effective delegation ensures that your business or investments can. How to implement this law. 1. Identify tasks you shouldn't handle. Focus on what only you can. Like, I'm going to tell you what it is. You want to know what tasks that you should not be handling? Social media. That's number 1. Posting online for you, keeping up with posts. All that shit. Get somebody to delegate that task for you. I promise you, it'll free up a lot of shit for you. If you could just have it, let me tell you something. It feels so good to go back to your social media and look at your social media post all day and realize how much post is being consistently posted without you. And you will fucking love every bit of it. I promise you, it feels so good. Social media. Hold on. Let me get my microphone back on. Mic check, mic check. Okay, mic check, mic check. All right. Okay, let's go. Routine or specialized tasks to other. Delegate routine as I said other 2. Hire the right people. Surround yourself with individuals who are. Hiring the right team is crucial. Successful delegation is very crucial. 3. Empower others. Give your team members the authority to make. Trusting them will increase productivity and innovation. Reversal of the law. While delegation is crucial, don't completely disengage from. Right, don't completely disengage. Still, stay involved in key decisions and maintain oversight, especially. Focus on long-term relationships. Law 44. Focus on long-term relationships. We don't have to get into that, do we? Okay. Don't worry, after this, we're going to hop on 45. Stay humble and grateful. That's a beautiful one right there. That's just beautiful. 46. Stay committed to your principles. That's beautiful. That should have been in red. Wealth is not about accumulating money. It's about creating a life. Yeah, remember that. All right. I like that. That's a quote right there. 46. Stay committed to your principle. That one's pretty long. They should put that one in red. Law 47. Protect your time. They prioritize what truly matters and avoid distractions they don't. Isn't this the same thing that Duchess Dollar talks about? She talks about the same thing. Protect your time. That's 47. And let's get to law 48. Always stay hungry. Success can bring complacency, but the wealthiest individuals never. No matter how much they achieve, they maintain a relentless hunger. So stay hungry, y'all. Stay thirsty, stay hungry, stay ready to eat. You know what I mean? Stay ready to keep getting this money. All right? Keep building wealth. That was beautiful. All right? That was beautiful. We hit exactly 3 hours on this show. All right, so we're about to hit the next show. It's going to be woke. It's going to be money frequency number 9. It's going to be understanding money. Understanding your money. Okay. So we're going to play that. We're going to do that next. So I'm going to go ahead and shut this down. All right. 2 minutes. All right. So yeah, give me 2 minutes. I'm going to be back. We're going to do understanding your money. How to talk to your money. You know what I'm saying? How to understand your money. Or how to talk to your money. Either one. I'll be back, y'all. Hold on. Got some. All right. If you let me in the screen. Man, let me in the screen. Hold on.